What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with another request from Stephan. Once again, big shout out to you. We're going to listen to a tune by A Split Second, a group or artist I'm not familiar with. And the tune, make sure I have this right, is, Flesh, but it's a remix. And Stephan made the point that he slowed it down. I think it was like 10, 12%, something like that. But yeah, basically this is a remix of the track Flesh with a slight alteration, a little bit more down-tempo compared to the default. Again, not really having heard anything from them, or at least as far as I know, it won't sound weird to me, because sometimes, if you hear a tune, I always talk about this with classical music, if you hear a piece performed in a certain way with a certain conductor, certain orchestra, and then if you hear another orchestra and another conductor perform it, and maybe it's a little bit faster, a little bit slower, it's like, oh, interesting, it sounds like different, it sounds weird, but it's only because you heard it the other way first, so I won't have, that type of experience won't be possible here. So keen to hear what type of music it is. I believe Stephan said it may be electronic synth based in some way, if I'm remembering correctly. Again, I'm getting a lot of emails these days and it's just getting harder and harder to keep track of everything. And also I've been mentioning this, there's a lot going on in my real life right now, so I've been stressed and I'm getting some more of my wires crossed. So bottom line, if I remember correctly, it'll have some electronic sound. Let's find out what it is. This is A Split Second. The tune is Flesh. It's a remix, and it's slightly slowed down from the default tempo. That deep bass motor. Catch all that. But Flesh, we're talking about.
This is what you turn to sanctimonious rituals. The duty of the beast. The duty of the beast.
Yeah.
The duty of the beast.
What is it? The what of the beast? New melodic layers just keep coming in. me curious what year that was released. Again, you know, being a DJ, like I'm not sure if I ever start a mix with a record on default. I always start the first record of a set, maybe a little bit faster than normal, a little bit slower than normal. In part because it gives you flexibility. If you're locked into the default like tempo or like pitch technically, if you were to have to adjust it, because maybe the other record you just can't get it fast enough or something, maybe the tempo is totally different. If you adjust it from the default, it's more noticeable. Whereas if it's away from the default and you edge it slightly slower, edge it slightly faster, you know, you can do that and like to the naked ear, you can't really tell. But yeah, bottom line, I completely sympathize with the idea of preferring a tune, you know, at a little bit different tempo. There's a couple producers in the techno world that I'm very fond of, but I usually mix their tracks at like 2% faster pitch, just because, you know, I like it when their tracks have a little more pop to them. So yeah, bottom line, I completely get preferring a tune at like a certain tempo, and again, not having heard it on the normal tempo. Yeah, it didn't sound weird or anything, but yeah, really cool tune. Makes me curious about a split second. And yeah, just a top track, different layers of melodies, that like bass one, and then that like one that would sort of ramp up. I really enjoyed that. And then there was like that piano one that came in the latter like third of the track, sort of like keyboard anyway. So yeah, really top tune. Once again, shout out to Stephan. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.